Right, okay. I think everything should be working. Yeah, cool. Everything's good. Right, this is just... Someone asked me to stream this, so that's what I'm doing. But I'm just in the process of attempting to fix one of my PS2s. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to be of interest to anyone. But here we are. Right, so first, sort of explain what I'm sort of in the middle of doing. Yeah, the PS2 butcher shop, exactly. So this, camera wants to focus on it. This is the old laser out of my main PS2, which I've extracted. I'm not certain exactly if the laser is at fault yet. We're trying a few different things. I have rescued this... Oh, camera, there we are. This pretty good condition ribbon cable out of an old PS2 I had, which has very similar drive to the one I'm trying to repair. Now, the main issue... This PS2 I'm about to show you is basically a parts unit now. But, where are we? Okay. So, as you can see with the motherboard on the PS2, it is quite heavily ribboned into the CD drive, or the DVD drive, but all the ribbon cables are on the underside of the motherboard, so I've basically got to... This is again, this is not my main unit, this is just parts, basically. But I have to disassemble the whole bloody thing to get at the underside of the motherboard, which is going to be quite tricky. But basically on my main unit I need to get... I can't really show it on the camera, but I need to get into the underside of the motherboard, and then in there is where the ribbon cable for the DVD drive goes. So I'm needing to replace that ribbon cable on my other... my main PS2. For those interested, by the way, some of you might be aware of this, but there is the Emotion Engine, is the powerhouse of the PS2. That's its graphic processing unit. That's sort of somewhat famous by this point, the old EE. What else was of interest? I think there should be one of the chips on here. I'm not exactly sure which one. Is literally just the CPU from a PS1. That's how they achieve backwards compatibility. They literally just have the actual components from a PS1 and a PS2. Yeah. And of course there's the button battery, keeping the BIOS alive. Anyway, we'll put old parts aside and go over the main unit. Right, this is my main PS2. Normally there's a hard drive in there. I've extracted that for the moment. She's sitting elsewhere, safely, not going to get bumped. Do I have any idea what I'm doing? Yes, I have a fairly decent idea what I'm doing. I wouldn't attempt to instruct anyone on how to do what I'm doing, but I've got a decent idea of what I'm doing myself. If you get what I mean. Right. These things are a bit fiddly, unfortunately. You don't want to... There we go. You don't want to damage them. Just sort of pop up. It's a bit awkward. Alright, so at the moment I've done sort of a half repair job on this. Let's see if we can't push the camera a bit so you can have a better idea of what I'm doing. Right, so earlier today, I just took the laser out of this, which I showed you earlier. That's the original laser from this unit. I'm hoping that, like, random Persona music won't be copyright claimed, which is why this playlist is playing. I went through, like, all of my playlists to put some background noise on that wouldn't get copyright claimed. I was like, okay, this is all gonna get copyright claimed. I think we should be able to get away with Persona music, hopefully. Would have gone with Shin Meg music, but then we found out during the playthrough of Shin Meg 1, that whole soundtrack is basically copyrighted. Right, take the top of the drive off. Nice and easy. Oh, well, in there from my testing. Speaking of Shin Meg, there's the undub of Digital Devil Saga. Okay. I'm hoping I can just slide this drive out. If not, I'm gonna have to, yeah. One moment. Ah, there she is. Yes, that's the one. Okay. Don't do this at home, folks. I mean, exactly what I'm doing, but I would advise you not to do this. Be very careful. If you're playing around with electronics and you've got power running through them while you've got them open, be very bloody careful. Problem. Something's not sitting right with the drive. Oh, alright, I know what's looking for. Interesting. Problem. Top is spinning. Glorious. Alright. Why are you changing? Oh, very peculiar. So if we give her a disc. All right. Be that there's just something loose. What's wrong with it? Hate doing that. Oh, this is gonna be older, isn't it? Ooh. Going very carefully not to disconnect this ribbon cable in the process. Right, there we go. Right, now we can get in main unit. This? Oh, it's from P5. Okay, that's why I don't know it. This is all mostly modern Persona stuff. I was kind of hoping. It started out with like the original, well, not the original, but the main theme from P2. So I was hoping it would be more older stuff. Reason for the autopsy. This is just throwing up constant disk read errors. You can get it to read a disc, but you'll be sitting there for, you know, anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes resetting the console. Which is not good. Now, I'm gonna disconnect you guys for a second. So we're gonna come down here. Now you see the ribbon cable on this drive is worn. It's old as fuck, so it's not surprising. So I'm gonna try to replace it with this additional ribbon cable that I've salvaged from another unit. The trick is going to be getting, as I mentioned, that ribbon cable is hooked into... can I position the camera in a decent way? Not really. Damn. The ribbon cable is hooked into the motherboard, but it's underneath the main, like the big metal bracket. It's a pain in the butt to get to. This other one out. Pulling it out. I don't want to damage the This one's a bit annoying because the clips for it are on the side rather than a flip clip that you normally find ribbon cables. There we go. Alright, so that has released the laser. What I'm thinking is, is there a way I can get in there without having to pull the whole thing off? That would save us so much time. Like, I could just yank this out, but that's not going to do us any good, and I need to reattach the bit in here with the new ribbon cable. I don't even know if this is going to fix it, by the way. This is just a guess. Like, I was just... Let's see if I can't fix it myself. Out of interest more than anything. I may have to... Where is this hooked on? That blocks that, doesn't it? I'd like to avoid removing ribbon cables where possible. That's hooked on by that. That's the fuck. Okay. Now this is the tricky bit. Well, tricky bit. It's all tricky bit. But like when you're extracting random bits of console, you got to remember where the screws go back. That's where things can get a bit difficult. What else have we got? Actually, can I do the? This might be copyright claim. Oh. Still hold down. Change flat cable first and test if it doesn't work, then change the laser. I've already changed the laser. This is a different laser in here already. I'm now trying to change the Can I just get that out without That's part of what's holding this screwdriver. There we go. I think that we should just be able to get this whole thing out. Yes. Still need to be careful. Help as much though. Really don't want to disconnect more cables now. If I can. He hasn't given me much to work with, though. I am actually gonna have to remove this whole block, aren't I? This is not laid out in a way that is easy to fix. Why you do this, Sony? Why you do this? Do I have a... I need like a bendy diddler. Get something to get in there. that's the old ribbon cable. As you can see, it's not looking too healthy. I don't think I'm gonna be able to cheat this. I think I'm gonna need a bendy glue. That will assemble the whole unit. Come on. Come on. Okay, that's that there. More fingers. From my tweezers. This is a pain in the butt. I was worried this was going to be the case. So little gear because of that. I pull that out and then I have to recount that later. Goddamn nightmare as well. It's no, I haven't. Like, I know what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to do it without damaging anything is proving trickier than expected. But ribbon cables that are pulling themselves taut all over the place. I was hoping to avoid having to do that. Alright. Now more bits have to come out. Sorry, it's just getting the dust out of the bottom of the unit with a canned air. Okay. I think this is useless. Yeah. Damn, these things are packed inside. Now, this isn't even the slimline model. The problem is, I'm worried about... I don't know if you guys can see it from there. I'll bring this down so you can have a look. You can see those wires running there. That's the wires from the mod chip in this unit, which is something that isn't covered by the normal specs of a PS2. So I'm just worried. I don't want to pull those wires too taut anywhere and then damage the mod chip, which would sort of invalidate the point of trying to fix this PS2. So hard to regulate till I met her yesterday. I was the dirt and you're the purifier. I'm the gasoline while you're the fire. Keep it on the DL, no inquire, which makes me wanna talk like Esquire. I don't want a Porsche, I want an entire. Buy any juice from gold to sapphire. Crack some jokes and turn satire. We'll be careful not to get you damn tired. Making sure that I take you higher. When we have a baby, looks almost like this screws. Inspire, hope seeing goes with you, baby girl. Is there? No way. That wasn't on the other... There it is! Holy shit, are you serious? Oh man, that wasn't on the other unit. Jesus Christ. How are you supposed to even... That's what's holding it in as well. I can get to that one easy enough. That one on the front there. That's the hard drive bay, just slips out. My god though, these are monster machines, the way these are put together. Right? Oh, don't tell me these are the security screws. No, normal screw. I mean, everything could potentially go wrong here. But, it's not too much of a worry if it does go wrong. These are a nightmare to mod, though. I have multiple PS2s. Whole collection of the damn things. Right. That should get the shell off. There we go. My goodness. That was an effort. Good lord. Dust on that thing. Holy shit, that's the mod chip there. That's really cool. That is actually really cool. I hope there's no more screws. If there's no more screws, we should be able to just lift the board out. Alright, what's holding it down? Well, that should just separate. Just a big old connector. There we go. Yes, that should. Just come out. Yeah, boy. Holy shit. There it is. Aha! The bottom of a PS2. That! There it is! That little thing there! That's... I think it's a Matrix V1? God, no, Messiah V1. Jesus. Her out. Fantastic. Ah, yeah, there was some, like, dead bugs. Keep in mind, this console is... Oh, I don't even know how old at this point. Yeah, the dust, there was like dust clumps which I pulled up with pliers. But you saw how tightly packed this thing was. Good luck getting like a spitter or something in here. It ain't gonna happen. Oh, right, now. Right. This is gonna be a tricky figure. How are you even supposed to do this? Okay. Let's think. She goes back on like that. Can I pop that way? I could do with a couple extra hands, that's for sure. Oh, are those not... Oh! That's a hell of a lot easier. Ah! Alrighty, okay, so those can just... Okay. We might be in business, folks. Goes in there. That's a problem. That's a big problem. Worry about that later. It only becomes a problem if everything else works. Clicked something. There's an easy way to disconnect that from actually there is. Go over there for now, friend. The shell. This is going to go off camera for a bit as I've got to go at an awkward angle, sorry. presently reattaching the ribbon cables that were on the side. Attempting to. Ones that are just held in by force rather than flip. A little more awkward to attach. Actually, I want to damage the ribbon cable. Process.
I can't get my mind
What the heck is this?
off those sweet memories. I'm begging you, please, don't take my dreams.
Good. What is this?
Your music brings my soul to life and dries up all my tears. You make the pain disappear. Time flies, but it's oh so hard to let go. Like summertime, it slowly comes and it goes. I ease the blues with my favorite tunes. I play all day with my eyes closed.
Nice and
Time
attached.
flies, but it's oh so hard to let go. Like summertime, it slowly comes and it goes.
Okay, the safest way to do this is going to be, fortunately, to extract the laser and reattach the cable properly. What as this is, I think this is someone's cover, so I shouldn't really,
I have no way to tell you to walk away. My sorrow keeps holding me down.
some tunes. Sit. Right, there you go. That'll do. Well, it is a very direct description. Oh bollocks! Don't go inside, please. now. What sort of video games are you into, Assassinate? Because that would sort of tell me why you would have subbed in the first place. I normally do JRPGs or mostly just weird Japanese games, actually. So if that's your fancy, yes, I am Australian. Did I play Monster Hunter that? Well, okay, yes, technically, I did. But I resent that statement because I've been playing Monster Hunter for years. The old Monhan World babbies can get out of here. I'm grumpy old man. Very rare that I stream something that is popular at the time. That's not necessary for now, that's not necessary for now. What else do we need? Top of the laser drive, because we don't want laser beams in our eyes. That's unpleasant and will send you blind. A couple of screws for now, because I'm expecting to have to pull everything apart again. I'm expecting this not to work. If this does work, I will be ultra shocked. Alright, I need several things. I have like 20 of these like Sony proprietary connectors. A lot of the ones I just picked up for fuck all or in packages with consoles I picked up. Just have them lying all over my room. Okay, where are we? So yeah, Assassinate. This... Just say still. This could be tricky. Oh, I explained Monster Hunter to you. Alright. Nice. Man. This is gonna be tricky. I realize there's nothing on screen right now because I've got to hold things in a really awkward position to try to do what I'm doing. So close, come on. Can do this, we can do this. Problem is, like, again, I'm trying to attach another ribbon cable back in. This particular ribbon cable is attached to the power and the eject switch on the top of the unit. And the ribbon cable connector is just in the most awkward place. And it's one of them ribbon cable connectors that I mentioned before that are just force fed rather than clip fed. Just gotta line the fucker up and shove her in and hope. There's got to be a better way. This is a mess. All I need, get this in, we do a test run. Come on, you booger. Now comes the question, is that going to be good enough? Probably not, says I. Alright. Around this before. I've intentionally used very few screws. This is exactly why. As I suspected, I would need to take screws back out. You don't screw everything back together unless you're 100% positive that it's going to be working. Otherwise, you're just going to waste hours pulling screws in and out. I hate having drivers like this. Something has gone somewhere. She's trying. Something is wrong. That should technically be fully retracted. Right. Okay. Hang on. Sit there. Ha! Got a working drive tray. It's a good start. It's a good start, boys. Now. Pop that in there. And we add this over here. We open this up. Go to composite. Add. Alright. Try a few different things and see how we go. That's gonna spread out, yeah. Test a few different variables here to see what's wrong. Unpleasant sound. Work, alright. That doesn't necessarily mean things fucked. That could just be that disc. Let me get a real disc. Just to start tests with a real disc and work the way down. Alright. Real disc. Oh. Oh, yeah, no. Just need to let it go in for a bit to make sure. Let it boot up a movie sequence or something. Ignore the really crappy picture quality. I'm just using component. Not component, composite. I'm using the worst possible video out, but this is just for testing reasons. Alright. So we can boot a legitimate disc. Plays that back fine. That's a start. Second test. Will it boot a legitimate PlayStation game? As in PS1 game. This has been one of the issues with this thing's, is its drive just fucking hates PS1 games. I'm not actually expecting this to work. If it did, that'd be brilliant. She's trying. She's really trying. I don't think it's gonna work. DRE. Yeah, DRE. Alright. That ain't happening. Okay. Let's test. Something non-standard, but technically PS2. And a DRE as well. Not even trying this time, are you? put... Well, it's more than it was before, so it's a start. This was sort of a lost cause from the beginning. The fact that we got anything is impressive. That's actually reading it. Will it crash out on that? Oh, it stopped. What else have I got? She's trying. Oh, nope, she gave up. No, I haven't put the screws in the read cover yet. But the fact that it reads normal PS2 games is interesting. Means there's some life there. Curious. Curious. It might be that it's not the disk drive, but something else in the unit that's gone. Which is where the problem might be. Because this is a very, very old PS2 that has been very, very heavily used over the years. There could be any number of things wrong with it. So I've now replaced the laser and the ribbon cable. I've already bought a new one. That's why I'm pulling this apart. That's why it's like, I don't mind if I can't fix it. I've got another one on the way. This is just seeing if I, you know, learning process, basically. I enjoy pulling apart old consoles and seeing if I can't get them back to life. We got something at least. It's a start. I mean, okay, let me... I'll show you some stuff. And in there. That. This. Right, let's check a couple of things. Alright. It plays PS2 games off the HDD fine. I could attempt to replace the whole drive with another drive rather than just the laser. That probably won't be very interesting to watch, though, because that will involve me pulling the whole thing apart again and basically doing the same process. Let's just do a couple of tests. Definitely need very top. Right, it might be that the drive wheel's fucked. Maybe replacing the whole unit might actually be go. Oh shit. Alright. This is a Digital Devil Saga 1. DDS 1 undub. Interesting. I may have to end the stream here because this is a very slow process. But if it's able to install from a disk that it can't otherwise boot, that's very odd. Oh. Maybe not. Actually, that might have been, I might have bumped something. She's not happy about something. I need to try to launch the disk. I'm just trying different things, Kuro. That's what's going on. Oh, it's not Kuro, that's Okomi, sorry. Alright. We'll try that HD loader one more time. The hard drive works, yeah, I'm gonna have to. That's gonna corrupt the data. We then reinsert the disk. What exactly is the problem? I don't know at this point, that's the problem. Oh! Okay, yeah, there's actually the power's just cutting out, so I'm gonna assume there's possibly something more critical wrong with the unit that I'm realizing. Alright. Alright, that'll have to do, I think. I'm gonna have to have a think and probably read some stuff at this point, and see where I can go from here. I'm just gonna close that down. I might end up having to rebuild the whole drive from another drive. I'll give that a try, but yeah, as I said, it's probably a lost cause. I'm probably just wasting my time. There might be not any saving it at this point. It is old, legitimately old, very old hardware. So there's a very good chance that it is just gone. As I said, I've got another one on the way, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, I'll have a play about with it and see what I can do, but I'm gonna Oof, very hot. Oh, that may be why it's shutting down. It's overheating. I haven't got the... because I didn't hook that back up right. Yeah. Also be... There might be additional problems. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna close the stream down there. I don't know if this ended up being of interest to anyone. I just did it because someone asked. But yeah, that's sort of the basics of what's inside a PS2. And now I get to decide whether I want to spend hours trying to work out what is specifically wrong with this one. Anyway, I'll be back at the normal time tonight doing probably Ryuga Gotoku 5. But yeah. That's all for now. Hopefully this was of some interest. Thanks for watching, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.